You might remember back in mid-May, we had that EF2 tornado in Bennett. Well, guess what happened again on Tuesday in Bennett? We had a tornado warned storm. This is a CDOT camera view of that tornado warned storm. Now, we did not have a tornado officially touch down because of that, but we did have a lot of low-level rotation from that storm. And that goes to a bit of a broader point that we may be starting to see the formation of a sort of a mini tornado alley here across the eastern fringe of the Denver metro area. Now, this map's a little messy, admittedly, but this is from the Tornado History Project, and this locates all tornado reports from 1950 through 2024. That blue shading, those are EF0 tornadoes, dark green. Those are EF1s, yellow EF2s, EF3s or F3s in that orange color. So point being, you might notice how there's a little bit of a clustering here. That little box, that's Denver International Airport. This is downtown Denver, Jeffco out here. And then notice how this part of the metro area, we get that clustering of storms and tornadoes, and that is not a coincidence. That is due to something called the Denver Convergence and Vorticity Zone. You may have heard us talk about this before, but what happens are winds typically come out of the west, but when we get storms, it's usually from an east or specifically a southeast wind that is forced to go around the Palmer Divide. The result is you get a meeting of winds just to the east of Denver, and often this is a point for that natural spin. So we've got a notable uptick in tornadoes in that DIA, Denver International Airport, to Bennett, maybe as far east as Deer Trail corridor. It just depends on exactly where that spin is, but it's caused by that Denver Convergence and Vorticity Zone. That's often where we see storms first develop, and usually in the early life cycle of these storms, we get these landspout tornadoes, and there's also usually a touch better moisture on the east side of the metro area, a bit closer to the Gulf, and you're also getting that southeast wind, which is usually bringing up those dew points, and as a result, creating better conditions for not only storms, but low-level rotation and sometimes tornadoes.